Imagine for a moment, you walk into a room full of people. At first glance, it looks like chaos. Some are talking, some are silent, some are laughing, and others pretend to listen. But what if I told you that it is much simpler than it seems? That there is a way to instantly understand people around you, predict their reactions, and even communicate so that they understand you almost without words. Sounds like magic. In reality, it is not. It is a skill you can learn. My name is Mr.EASYway, and today I will show you how it works. The secret is that all people belong to 4 basic communication types. I call them red, yellow, green, and blue. Everyone has a dominant color, although we all carry a mix of them. By knowing your own color and the colors of others, you stop getting lost in conversations and start seeing the world through the lens of human behavior and motivation. And here is what matters most. Finding your own color is easier than you think. You only need to answer 3 simple questions. 1. Are you more of an introvert or an extrovert? If you are an introvert, you are most likely blue or green. If you are an extrovert, you are probably red or yellow. 2. Are you more logical or emotional? Logical people are usually red or green, emotional people are yellow or blue. 3. Do you usually speak fast or slow? Fast speakers are red or yellow, slower ones are blue or green. By using this cross-check method, you can quickly identify your dominant color. Suppose I am an extrovert, emotional, and I speak quickly. At first, it may sound like I could be red, but when you combine emotional with fast, it clearly points to yellow. Simple, right? Why does this matter? Because understanding your color is the first step to understanding others. Reds often wonder why greens are so slow or why yellows seem chaotic. Yellows do not understand why reds are so serious. Greens may feel the world is too loud and overwhelming, while blues think decisions are made without enough facts. But once you know your color, everything becomes much simpler than it seems, and you suddenly have a clear map for interacting with people. And there is more. Knowing your color also helps you manage your time and emotions better. For example, if you know that you are yellow and love improvisation, but the project requires precision, you can prepare in advance so that you don't get frustrated or stressed. This makes both your work and your personal life easier and more enjoyable. Next, we will look at each color. Reds. The energy of action. Reds live by speed and results. They dislike endless talk. They love movement. They want to see progress and know that the goal is being achieved. Imagine you work with a red colleague. There is a deadline tomorrow evening, and the team is still discussing ideas. The red interrupts. By 4 o'clock, we need the report. Who is slowing this down? Let's assign tasks now and finish it. They want immediate action, not debate. If you try to lighten the mood with a joke, the red will look confused. If you are too slow, they get frustrated. But reds have one huge advantage. They always take responsibility. When everyone else hesitates, the red says, "Enough talk, we're doing this," and moves the team forward. Another example, you are planning a party with a red friend. You want to choose music, food, decorations. But the red has already made a plan, called the supplier, and says, "Tonight we check the results." Efficiency matters more to them than emotions. Reds are engines that push projects forward. To get along with them, be direct, be clear, and stay honest. Before we move to step 2, I have a quick challenge for you. Only 5% of viewers can complete it. You need to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment "done" before the timer runs out. Let's see if you can do it in time. Yellows. The energy of joy. Yellows are human sunbeams. They radiate optimism, love attention, and turn routine into a celebration. Example. You show a yellow colleague a report. Instead of discussing numbers, they start telling a story. "Do you know how I once lost an important file?" Everyone panicked, but then we laughed so hard, even the boss couldn't stay serious. The red is angry. Where are the numbers? The green looks worried, but what about the plan? The blue pulls out a calculator, but the yellow wants not only results, but also emotions. Yellows are the ones who turn boring meetings into shows. If you make a presentation with them, be ready for surprises. Instead of dry slides, they bring interactivity, jokes, polls. Everyone laughs and gets involved. Meanwhile, the red is trying to stick to the schedule, the blue is checking data, and the green is trying to avoid stress. Another example, imagine traveling with a yellow friend. Instead of a standard route, they suggest a spontaneous city quest with photos and contests. At first, you may be shocked, but later you realize it was the best trip ever. Yellows inspire and ignite. To connect with them, speak with emotion, humor, and energy. Greens, the island of calm. Greens are harmony in human form. They avoid conflicts, value stability, and know how to listen and support. With a green around, you always have someone reliable by your side. Example, you and a green friend are planning a vacation. You say, let's buy random tickets and leave tomorrow. The green smiles calmly and replies, let's first check hotels, reviews, transport. I don't want bad surprises. At first, you think, why so slow? But later, you see their careful approach saves you from stress and problems. At work, greens are the ones holding the team together. When everyone argues, the green says, let's find a compromise. They are not loud leaders, but they prevent collapse. Another example, you prepare a project with a green colleague. They remind the team, have we considered the details? Is everyone comfortable? Greens value not only the result, but also the atmosphere. Greens may look boring to yellows, slow to reds, and too soft to blues, but they create balance. Blues, the masters of analysis. Blues are fact keepers and detail experts. If yellows are the heart of the party, blues are the brain. They check, they analyze, and they demand precision. Imagine you build a project budget with a blue colleague. You estimate around $5,000 for this, $2,000 for that. The blue raises an eyebrow. Why $5,000? Where is the calculation? Is there a cheaper option? At first, it feels annoying. Later, you realize without them, you would waste money and face problems. Another example, a blue checks a report. The red already wants to send it. The yellow adds jokes. The green suggests waiting a bit. But the blue stays late at night, correcting numbers and removing errors. The result? A flawless document. Blues may seem picky, but they keep everything working. If you want to connect with them, bring facts, logic, and structure. How colors interact. Here's the key. We all speak in our own style, to thinking it is universal. Reds are fast and direct. Yellows are emotional and fun. Greens are calm and patient. Blues are logical and precise. When two people of the same color meet, everything works. Two reds act quickly. Two yellows laugh and create. Two greens support each other. Two blues analyze all night. The problems start when colors clash. Reds get annoyed by yellow stories. Yellows get bored by green seriousness. Greens get tired of blue criticism. Blues get frustrated with red impatience. The secret is to learn how to speak the language of the other color. The secret of mastery. If you are yellow and your partner is red, cut down the stories and bring facts. If you are red and working with a blue, have patience and show details. If you are green and want to get along with a yellow, add lightness and fun. If you are blue speaking to a red, skip some details and give ready conclusions. A true communication master is like water. It takes the shape of the vessel, but remains itself. All four colors exist in each of us, but one dominates. If you learn to switch, people will understand you anywhere. Communication is not complex science. It is a simple but powerful tool that changes everything. By mastering the four colors of communication, you gain the ability to understand anyone. Knowing your color is only the first step. The real skill is speaking in the language of others. That is when you can enter any room, talk to anyone, and leave the impression, this person understands me. And remember, the more you practice, the easier it becomes. It is truly simpler than it seems. If this was useful to you, hit like, subscribe to the channel.
Don't miss next video. It will fill you with new motivation and help you take another step toward your dream.